Well, hey everyone, Carrie Beck, FamilyEbiz. I will tell you, I was on my homeschool group just a few minutes ago, sitting right here, no shadows, no nothing, and then all of a sudden when I pulled up this one, it's got all sorts of shadows and shade. Anyway, I'm not teaching you how to do the right lighting for video, so it doesn't really matter. What I am here to talk to you today about is content creation. And I just have to tell you, I just decided it was time to go outside. On Friday, I got 3 mosquito bites in 5 minutes. And right now, I've been sitting here and no mosquito bites for 30 minutes. So I am enjoying it because I am sure by tomorrow, all those lovely little critters will be back here. Hey, again, that's not what we're talking about. What I want to talk to you about is content creation. If you've been following us at all during this series, I've been talking about ways that you can energize your business through this spring. And I will just be straight up front. I am coming out with a new course in about 2 weeks. It's called Boost, like boost yourself to the next level. And so that is what a lot of these are topics that I will go into more detail about. But what I want to talk to you today about is content creation, specifically product creation. We've already talked about the foundation. We've talked about list building. We've talked about lead magnets and email marketing being your number one asset. Last week we talked about website, WordPress queues. What questions did you have? What are the 5 most important things that you need to have on a WordPress site? Today we're talking about product creation. I actually got some questions that I will be answering, but let's talk about that. And I am going to ask some questions along the way, whether you're listening to this live or whether you're listening to the replay. I hope that you will enter some answers into the comments. I would love to start a discussion about this. So my first question to you when it comes to content creation is, do you start your business with content creation? When you're building a business, you're getting ready to go online, should you go ahead and hey, I better get that product made before I ever do anything else? Yes or no? Leave a comment and let me know what you think. Another way of putting this is, do you need your product completed before you start your business? Now, if you've been listening to my last few videos, you would probably know the answer to that. I personally think that this is a step that happens not at the beginning, but a little bit further. Now, we need to have an idea of what that product is, and I'm going to talk about that in a minute. I mean, you don't want to just 2 months into this go, oh yeah, I got to get a product, better throw something in, or you don't want to start at the beginning and just make up a product that doesn't serve your audience's purpose. So, what do we do? Let's talk about different types of products that you can create. And then we're going to talk about making lots of products. We're going to talk about courses. We're going to talk about how do we do this with our giant to-do list. And then we're going to talk about images. All right. What kinds of products, what kind of content can you put out there as a product? We're talking a product that you sell, a sales product. I'm not going to go through all of those because I went through many of those when it comes to lead magnets. Go back and listen to the video on lead magnets. The types of lead magnets that you put out are similar to the types of products. Now, a product will go in more depth. A lead magnet tells you what to do, but not how to do it. Your product will take it a step further. It'll tell you what to do, then you're going to deep dive into how to do that. That is what a product is going to do. How do we decide what product, what content to create? First thing I would say is ask your list. And if you don't have a list, go back to video class number 2, because that is the most important thing you can do to start a business, is begin a list, some sort of email list. Even if you only have 100 people. If you're building a relationship with that 100 people, you can get some good response from them. Ask them. Put out a survey if you have a Facebook group. In fact, I am about to do that. I have done a little bit of that with my mastermind and with my founding members for this new Boost product. If you're interested in being a founding member, just send me a message. I'll have an email here, or send me a direct message if you're on Facebook, and I can send you more information. Ask your list, and then you need to think about, what problem are you going to solve? If you just put something out there because you like it, like that was me at the beginning. Oh, I'd like to put together a unit study on pumpkins. So I just made my unit study. Did I know if that solved their problem? No. It just sounded cool to me. That didn't do anything. So ask your list, find out what problem they have that you are solving, and then finally, transformation. How can you present this information to your list for sale and they will consume it? I will tell you right now, I've been taking a very short little survey of my people. I've had people say, no, I'm not going to watch videos. The number one way that they want to get business information from me, now y'all may be different, so you better join the founding members and let me know. The number one way is PDFs, checklists, printables, ebooks. Which surprises me because my homeschool list, they are all about videos and audios. Punch this in, I can keep cooking dinner. Punch that in, I can keep doing the dishes. Punch that in, I can drive my kids to the next activity. That's how they consume the information. And yet I'm finding out with my business people that may or may not be the case. Does that mean I won't ever make a video? No. But I want to give the information so they will consume it, and they will implement it, and they will experience a transformation. That's what your product should be doing. All right, should you keep creating new content every month? Because I've heard this from people, many bloggers, online businesses. Oh, I gotta make some more of this or more of that. I gotta make some more products. Is that the best thing to do? And why are you doing that? Seriously, leave a comment and let me know why you're doing it. Hey, Emmy, what is the best way to survey your audience? Good question. Okay, a couple things. I will just go ahead and take a little break for just a second. My way of surveying, if your audience is on Facebook, then I would make a little survey. And I would do that. In fact, I am doing that with my homeschool. I want to know where they spend the most time, and I will, like in social media, because I want to implement that in what I'm producing. Another thing is, if you have an email list, you can make a short survey for free in Google Forms. They're free. And so I will tell you right now, if you have joined my group as a founding member, you have received a link to a founding member survey. It takes less than 2 minutes, and it is on Google Forms. So easy. Seriously, less than 2 minutes. I used to use SurveyMonkey, but SurveyMonkey has changed, and it's free. But it's free for certain types of questions. With Google Forms, I can use any type of question whatsoever. That's a really good question, so thank you for asking. So that's how I would actually survey my list. And for me right now with my homeschoolers, I am just going to use the poll. Like in my homeschool group, if you have a group or maybe even a page, you should be able to survey them and use the poll. And so that's what I will be doing as well. Another way that I can survey them, and I did this about 1.5 years ago, every day for 5 days, I gave one question. And if you answered all of them, you were entered into a giveaway to win $25 or $50 gift card. And so I got a lot of great feedback just from that. Some of them were just, hey, you know, what is this or what is that? And they just filled in an answer. Sometimes it was a poll. So, or maybe it was just a B, C, or D. So there's lots of ways, but you can do it for free, and Google Forms will be the quickest way to do that. All right, creating new content. Should you make it every month and just keep selling it every month? I would say, why are you making it every month? I've heard that over and over. I've got to make more content. I've got to make more products. My question to you, if that is what you are doing, number one is why? Are you making money with the first product that you made? If your answer is no, then stop making a bunch of products and start making money with your first product. Maybe it's your marketing system that is not working. What are you doing to market your products? When I ask my mastermind members, you know what they say? Oh, I put it in my store. And I'm like, how's that working for you? Oh, well, not so good. I'm like, okay, take a step back and find a way to market that. I use email marketing because that's the best thing for me. If I didn't have an email list, I would start growing that email list and I would start using Facebook or Instagram or some sort of Pinterest. Pinterest is good for me also. Putting it in your store is not a marketing strategy. It is just a task. That is not helping you. I mean, it could help you. It gives some information, and some of it depends on your sales page. But for most of you, you put it in the store and you say, here's what's included, and you go to the next product. That is not really product creation. Yeah, you're making a bunch of product, but you're not selling it, so why keep making more? I think it's important that you get one product that is selling well, and you wash, rinse, repeat. For me in homeschooling, right now that is raising leaders and not followers. Now, I've got some other things that sell. I've got some seasonal things, but as far as homeschool, I am spending this entire year wash, rinse, repeat. Wash, rinse, edit, figure out what's not working and what's working, and then repeat it. So there's a little step in between here. Wash, rinse, that means like figure out what your problems are and what's working, then change it and then repeat it. That's what I would do. Now, so that is the types of courses that you use. Should you can do this every month? Let's talk about courses. Courses are a little bit bigger than just printables or an ebook or an audio that you're selling. So let's talk about that. Do you need your course completely finished before you sell it? I would love for you to write some answers in the comments. Do you need your course completely finished before you sell it? Some of y'all know, you're like, she's going to trick question me. You're right. Because I have people telling me, oh, I've got to finish it, then I'll sell it. No, you don't. I will tell you, the last few courses I have sold are not finished. I am prepared. I've already told you. I am creating this Boost product. It is called Boost. Tools and fuel to take you to the next level in your business. I have the outline. I have the ideas. Do I have any of it completed? No. Will any of it be completed when you buy it? No. Will the introduction? Yes. Will all the introductory parts and the things you need to do before you get started? Yes. But every week I will create a new module. What does this do? It pre-sells. It means I am not going to spend hours and hours making a course if no one buys it. I have a friend in my mastermind, and she found out a year ago. She tried to make, I think it's a productivity course, and she goes, Carrie, I had the first module made, and no one bought it, so I didn't make the rest. I was like, okay, let's talk. Let's figure out what they will buy. And so we have been working on that. I'm like, where are they? What are they searching on? And they're landing on your website. And she told me, I was like, that's the product you need to do. And so that's what she's working on. So I think it's really important. Number one, that you don't feel the pressure and the stress to have it all done. Number two, you use the pre-sale strategy. You sell it to be sure it will sell. Just like I told you, I am creating as I go my Boost product. Sorry, there's some glare and some sun. Seriously, like 45 minutes ago, none of this was here. All right, types of products. Do we need to be creating all the time? No, we need to be marketing something really well and know our system with our list, and then go to the next one. Number three, courses. Courses can be created as you go. You do need a good outline. You do need to know the transformation and that it will work. If you haven't experienced a transformation and none of your people have, you need to go back to the drawing board. You don't just sell something that you haven't tested. Very, very important. Not the last thing, almost last. When do you create the content with your to-do list? You know, you got that long to-do list. I have a piece of paper in there, and I meant to grab it. I don't have it here. I was just like, Michelle, yeah, great question. You know why? I was working on this morning. You see, I listened, and I will put the link to this blog, this podcast when I finish. I was actually listening to a podcast, Oh, let me just go back to sometimes I do pre-order when I know it's close to finish. No, it doesn't have to be finished. Very good. Thank you, Melissa and Emmy. Yes. Now, I'm not saying you don't even have an idea. You better know, like this course I have got every module and I've got every lesson and the concepts. I got it all planned out. But I haven't taken the time to record the videos or create the PDFs. It's all up here. I just got to get it out there. And I truly believe, since I've already sold some founding members and I have people interested in it, I will create this. But it gives me a little leisure and it gives me the ability to do a good launch. Thank you very much, Melissa, for saying that, and Emmy. Okay, so let's go back. How do you get this done? So I was listening to a podcast, can't keep it straight, by Amy Porterfield. I will put the link here in a post here in the group. 9 things I would do differently. And one of them was moving from a 5-day workday to a 4-day workday a lot sooner. And she actually said, really, when I started, I was working 7 days a week. And she goes, and honestly, if I am in the middle of a launch, I do work 7 days a week. But that's like, what, 3 times a year? And I thought, Carrie, when we lived in Idaho, Steve was going to seminary, the last year, we were working on a 4-day work week. We would try to purposefully take Friday off from work and go do something fun with the kids. And I was telling Hunter that also. So this morning, I printed out, and I will send you a picture of it. It's just a little old spreadsheet, Monday through Thursday, 6 o'clock to 6 o'clock, and blanks. And I filled in the things I know I have to get done. Like Monday is my prep for this. Pretty much all day. Emails, I make my lesson plans, my outlines, and all of that. I make sure the events, I make sure it's all. Now, I really should be doing it last week, but right now that's not happening. So I went through and I was like, wow, I got Thursdays are my QuickBook. They are my bookkeeping days from 9 o'clock to 12 o'clock. Those are definite blocks. I have mastermind groups, but they're only once a month. So they're not every Tuesday, every Wednesday, every Thursday. But I marked in what week they were. I got a lot of time in there. What am I going to do? Yeah, I have a lot of to-dos. So what I've realized, one, I'm going to keep a list over the next 2 weeks and see what activities I'm doing, even though I have a weekly to-do list with all the things. But here's what I've decided. Tuesday morning and Wednesday morning, creation. Create. Whether that's creating a product, whether that is creating marketing funnels, whether that is creating emails, it is create in the mornings on Tuesday and Wednesday. I'm not going to go through Facebook. I am focusing on creation during those particular mornings. Now, I will see in 2 weeks. I'm flexible. I'm going to go back and sort of see if this is working or not. But that is sort of my plan on what I want to get done. I have email at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Why? Because email drives me crazy and I don't want to know all that stuff at 9 in the morning. Because all I'll be thinking is that person needs this and this and this. I don't want to think about it. Email and VA, end of the day. And then I've got brain power. The other thing I am doing to help me as far as content creation, this is what I'm telling you is time blocking. I am blocking my times. Amy Porterfield will call something called Tiger Time. Tiger Time. It is Tiger Time. Grr, no one can pull it out of us. And she says you need to devote Tiger Time every week. And so for me, Tuesday and Wednesday mornings are Tiger Time. No one's going to pull that out and let me do anything. That is content creation. That is email creation. That is marketing creation. It is creation. That's what I'm thinking. I will tell you this. When the kids were home, I would get up early at 4 or 5 in the morning and I would work. Even now, when I have a lot of things or if I'm babysitting grandkids, I get up at 5 in the morning so that I at least get an hour or two. An hour with God, an hour working on my marketing or whatever it is I need to get done that day. Because I know once that 2-year-old wakes up, I am not getting anything done until nap time. And even then I may not get anything done. So I better take advantage of it first thing in the morning before they get up. Yes, I know they get up sometimes early, but that is sort of what I'm doing. So time blocking, Tiger Time. And I will tell you that I personally believe, all hunters like, well, if you're a better night person, you could work at night. I'm like, go for it. What I have discovered is by nighttime, I have all the cares of the world, all the cares of my business, of my children, of my homeschool, of the family, of the marriage. And by 9 o'clock, my brain is not thinking. Yes, I may be thinking better, but my brain is thinking about all those things that happen during the day. When I wake up in the morning, I am fresh. I don't have all those cares and I can move forward. So that's one reason I highly recommend morning time if you can do it. One of my mastermind members who was trying to work through this time blocking said, yeah, and we were just talking last week, and it had been a month. She says, I'm getting up early and I'm getting a blog post written every single week. I was like, wow, that is cool. High five. Yes. That's what I like about masterminds. They keep you accountable. If you're not in one, consider getting in one. We're going to be opening ours up in a month. The last question that I was asked, let me see if there's any other questions. Oh, thank you, Melissa. Time blocking is so helpful for me. Just focusing on that one thing. The other thing I will say is I don't have any of my props. I came outside and all my props are in there, but I keep a running to-do list. And at the end of every day, like today, before I finish, I will erase all the numbers and I'll go, what are the top 3 to 5 things I need to do tomorrow? When I sit down, I don't have to think. I just get up and I go, oh, what's number 1? Okay, let's go do that. What's number 2? I go do it. So tomorrow it will have something to do with create. And I don't really know what it's going to be because I've got to look and see what I got done today and what I need to create tomorrow. So that's another thing, is keeping a to-do list, but being manageable. Emmy says, Tiger Time feels impossible in this season. I will tell you, if you have a lot of kids and you've got all sorts of things, it really is. And you may not be able to do it daily. What I would recommend instead is a weekly Tiger Time. Maybe it's just 2 or 3 hours a week. Maybe I don't know if this is possible, trading kids with a friend. And so on Tuesday afternoons, they go over to her house and you get done. On Wednesday night, all her kids come to your house. Wednesday night, Wednesday afternoon, or whatever. Maybe, I don't know if that's possible, but that would save me a lot. And I did do some trading. Maybe there's an older woman in your life, because I have done this before, and I've gone over and just watched kids for a while. Now, I don't know that I would do it every week. I'll do my own grandkids every week. But even if it were once a month, and you had all afternoon from 1 o'clock to 5 o'clock, here's the problem. Here's what happens. Think about Bible study. Like, oh, yes, you take my kids. I'll do my Bible study. And then you spend an hour and a half looking for all the supplies and making the coffee and doing everything, and then you've just wasted time. If you're going to trade babysitting, or if you're going to have your kids go somewhere or do whatever, before they walk out the door, before you take them, you better have everything set up and planned. So that might take you a week to plan it. But then when you sit down, you've got 4 hours of focus time. Now, I will say 4 hours is a long time. I recommend the Pomodoro, 4 hours, 25-minute work, get up for 5 minutes, even just to go to the bathroom, come back 25 minutes. It will help you stay focused. 25-minute work, 5-minute off, 25 minutes. And that I do that on a regular basis. I use either the Pomodoro app or I use my Google. Hey, Google, set a timer for 25 minutes. I tend to say, hey, Google, set a timer for 3.5 minutes because I know I'm going to piddle around for another minute before I get back to the computer. Okay, I don't know if that helps. But anyway, last thing, creating good images. And that is part of content creation. It's part of social media content. But here's what I would recommend. Get some templates, whether you create them, whether you get templates from Canva or PicMonkey. I use PicMonkey because I understand it and I've been using it for 8 or 10 years. Canva wasn't even around. Buy some templates for your blog post. I actually, a few weeks ago, I created 5 templates, blog post templates, and I'm alternating them. I have 5 verticals and 5 squares, and I just use them. All I have to do, change the words and change the image, and that's it. And so that's one thing I would do. If you are not to the point of being able to come up with a good template, go spend I don't even know, 20, 30, 40, $50 on some templates that would work in your, and mine are in my color scheme. They are saved in a template folder. I pull that template up and I say edit a copy, and then all I do is find the image that I want for whatever the topic, the keyword is, and then I change the words. My logo's already on there, and then I can send it off to Ross, my VA, and he will take care of sharing it on Pinterest and Facebook and Instagram, and sometimes it'll go back on the blog. So anyway, that's what I would recommend. If you are not in a place to actually buy them, go to Canva or go to PicMonkey, and I will leave a link here, and yes, it will be my affiliate link. Go there and use their templates. That's how I got started. Some of my templates are basically PicMonkey templates that have been altered to make it better for my logo and for my color scheme. So any other questions, y'all let me know. Amber says, I bought a template pack a year ago and I highly recommend it. Worth every penny. Thank you, Amber. Hey, Amber, if you want to say, did you get it on Etsy or did you get it somewhere else and you're still here, leave a comment. It's sort of weird with Facebook. Like, there used to be little things telling me when people come and go, and it's not happening today. Anyway, if there's any other questions, let me know. I'd be happy to answer them. I'll be sending out a replay to this as well. And if y'all are listening, please answer the questions in the comments as well. I would love to start a conversation. I'll be back here checking for comments as well. Let me see. What else is here? I struggle using templates. Okay, Emmy, I don't know what your struggle is, but I would say if you're struggling with them, the first thing I would recommend is go and watch the videos that go with the templates. That helped me tremendously. If you're trying to make a whole bunch of changes, then I would say templates may not be the best thing. And Amber just sent, simplifyingdiydesign.com. I got to open this up. So she sent a place that she bought her templates. Emmy, why don't you go look at that? And if you were to buy something that, before you buy, go watch their videos on how to use them, how to make them work. If you're still struggling, I would say work through the template, write your questions down, why it's a struggle, and then leave them here, leave a comment, leave a DM or something, and let's talk about that. I would love to do, maybe we can do one of these Monday Lives about templates and how to use them, so as well. And thank you for that DIY design. That looks really interesting. Okay, and this says social media, list building, product creation, growth strategy, page design, design tutorials, and it's for product creators, complete bloggers. This looks like Ruth Sukit, I bet. Let me just look to the bottom. Yep, I think that is her. I don't know for positive. Anyway, thank you, Amber. I'm going to look at that, and if it is, I may go get my affiliate link with her and everything. So I don't know if that's hers. Thank y'all for spending time with me. I appreciate it. The ones I use are literally plug and play. That's how mine are too, Amber. Mine are plug and play. All I have to do is change the words and change the image, and I am done with it. So, all right, y'all have a great day. I am Carrie Beck with FamilyEbiz. We'll talk to y'all later.